And we're live, yes, for once, on time. Yes. So, hello Kangafango, accurate title. Well, it is, isn't it? Otherwise, it were a misnomer. Hi, says Slovigal. I mean, I'm not sure myself. Hello, Mr. W. Perfect first message of the stream, from you, I mean. Accurate title is accurate. Yes, because I did forget to change the title for the last few streams. Hello, everyone, yes. How are we all? Well, not in pain, as you seem to assume by your last message. But my chair is actually quite comfortable. Yes. So, Milton Valley Railroad, today. Fine, thanks. Ugh. Are you still fine, Mr. W? Because, right. Alright, time to have your relaxing voice in the background as I go and fix Eagle County again and work on Wild West Route. Great, I'm glad to be of assistance. Yes. So, actually, Shadows, I don't know. I think I'm physically pained at that joke. Ah, I see. And, 5 people watching. Hello, 5 people watching. If you're watching without an account, you're welcome as well. Yes. Right, before I get started, I want to ask, because I usually didn't have other people in the voice call, because the previous times I tried it, I basically got nothing done. However, last time I got quite a bit done. I guess I'm just getting better at doing both things at the same time. So I know that Slavic Eagle is busy with other stuff, but Mr. W, would you like to join me in a voice call again? If not, that's fine. I was just asking. Right. Right. I actually need to wait for a response, because if I'm going to start Trainz, I would have to start it in full stream, but if I am going to do it via Discord, then I'd need to... hell yeah! Or do you mean, oh yeah? If that is indeed the correct thing. Hello, Anthony. Welcome. Welcome. But this will be nice. Shut eyes. Train fever. Yes, indeed. Train fever. I'm betting 10 grand on that. Okay. You win. Now give me... No, it's fine. It's fine. Okay. Yes, I'm up for voice call. Great. Great. I have to open the window a bit more. It's basically closed at this point. There we go. That is much better. Actually, I need to do a specific thing. 1 second. I haven't actually done this before. 1 second. Where is it? There we go. I'm just quickly... Yes, this is what I wanted. Right. 1 second. 1 more second. There we go. I'm just quickly setting something up in Discord. 1 second, 1 second, 1 second. go. Because the thing is that because of the whole age thing of people talking in chat, talking in voice chat, I want to put a barrier in there so that basically a role. Hey, first role of the server, except people who've just joined, because I want to make sure that people who are going to go into voice chat are actually legally able to do so, hence why I'm putting in the role. So let's see, permissions, where is it? Oh right, there we go. I need to add this one, there we go. So everyone, no, this one, yes. And save changes. This means that only people with the correct role will be able to go into the voice chat. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Well, I can hear you because you're on the stream anyway. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. It is working. It is working then. Yes.
I'm just pausing the stream. Oh, no, not pausing the stream. I'm muting the stream.
Muting the stream, yes. By the way, say hello to Twitch. You're live on Twitch.
Hey, Twitch. Wow. And hello, YouTube soon.
Yes.
This is uploaded.
It will be. So, right. I think that this has worked. Okay, I'm going to start Trainz in the background, and then I'm going to read chat, so things are basically going simultaneously.
Can't hear you anymore.
Yes. Yes, the reason why you couldn't hear me is because I had switched, I basically started Trainz in full screen mode and it didn't like that. I'm going to have the Discord on the side again, so that I know if I'm not able to be heard anymore. Right. So you should still be able to hear me, correct? Yes, the green thing is still there.
Yep. I can hear you, yep.
Great. So let me read chat. Where was I? Right. I don't know, I think I'm physically pained at that joke. Yikes.
You already read that one.
I know. I like a little bit of overlap. This'll be nice. Yes. Train fever, indeed. I'm betting 10 grand on yes, fake grand that is. Yes, I'm a voice call. Read that, yes. Hello. Yes, hello, Anthony. Okay, I'm in Shadow's. 1 second. Shadow's, can you buy me a taxi top the UK so I can see you in person? Sorry, can't. Don't have enough money. I don't think a taxi could get you to the UK from the US. Well, I think it is unlikely, but I think it is possible. Water taxi? Yes. Ooh, first roll, yay! Shadows, yay, rolls. Be careful, they are addictive. Thank you very much for the warning, Slovak Eagle. Will I get one? Well, you're already in. You've already got stream voice. If that's what I called it. Shadows, surely if one is legally old enough to be on Discord, they're legally old enough for voice chat. Yes, I believe that is true. However, quite a few people have illegally made Twitch or Discord accounts. Yes, and if they're in my content, then that could get me into trouble. So, yeah. Will I?
Say it was a very. Go on.
No, you go on.
Go on.
I was just about to read chat, so if you want to say something, it would be better if you said it first.
Yeah. It was a very good you being able to sense that the and that the person was too young to do the voice chat on your last stream.
Thank you. Will I get the role? Asks Anthony. Well, Anthony, I've seen your picture, and from that I do think that you're older than 13. Well, at or older than 13. However, I do need your confirmation on that, Anthony. If you are at or older than 13, then yes.
Well, he's been on it before.
He has. However, I don't believe that he actually said that he was older than 13 back then.
That's true.
Which, I mean, this is really unfortunate because the other individual who was in voice chat for a short period of time last stream seemed really nice, and he was also nice on Discord, and I would have loved to have him on the voice chat, but I just can't risk doing that. So, yeah. Yes, I've got tons in my server. Yeah, but if they're just typing text, no one knows how old they are. With voice chat, they don't either, but it's easier to guess their age. Shadows, will I get the role? Yeah, you need to give me the answer first. Hello, Mr. W's voice, says Kangafango. Will Shadows reach chat? Maybe. Yes, he already is. Alright, as I say that. Shadows, have you given yourself the role? Of course I have. I'm 14 years old. I'm 14. Right, good. Well, if you're 14, I've got evidence of you saying so on stream. So, yes, I'm just going to. Let's see. I'm just going to scroll up a little bit, and here we go. Anthony Sarson 2. Role, stream voice. There you go. You've got the voice. You've got the role, Anthony Sarson.
So we on?
Yes. What do you mean? What? What did you say? Anyway, okay. So with that, hello, Anthony.
Hello.
Hey.
Is my mic working?
Yes, your microphone is working.
Yeah, my mic. Yeah. Good.
Although you are.
My mic has been having issues recently, so
Yeah, but you do sound very quiet, though. At least on my end.
I can't hear him at all.
Yeah, that's because my mic is far away. My mic is. I don't put my mic like right next to my computer. I usually just like put it like this far, like right here.
This should be good.
Like we can't really show it, but like because well, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to show.
How will my mic won't stay. Stay. I can't make it stay. Whatever. I'll just have it like that. Are we doing Trainz multiplayer?
No. Nope, we are not. To do Trainz multiplayer, I will do Trainz multiplayer once I've updated to Service Pack 2. However, due to some technical things I have to do first, I haven't updated yet. Once I've updated, then we'll definitely do multiplayer.
Okay.
Right, we're just doing voice chat because last time I got a lot done.
Also, would you guys mind if I share my screen? No?
I think I might have somehow accidentally muted him on my end. I'm just trying to work out how.
Sharon, I
undo
told
that.
you to right click and then click unmute. If Mr. W muted me.
Right, so Anthony says that to unmute him, you have to right click on him and then press unmute. If that is indeed what has
Or just
happened.
like tap the mute button. If it has a check mark, then just like tap the mute button. If it doesn't have a check mark, then
Maybe say something now.
hello.
Oh, there it is.
Can you hear him now?
There we go.
Would you guys mind if I shared my train screen at all?
Well, if you want to share your train screen, then go ahead. However, it's not going to be shown on stream. So if you want to share it, go ahead, but yeah. So let me turn limit contextual information back on.
If you want to watch me do work on my route, not the Colorado Creek River, one that I've been working on off stream.
Yes, nice.
Which is not that impressive. It's okay, but yeah. This is just a test train. That's why this is here.
Yeah, it's quite good for a beginner route, I'd say. Anyway, this is what we've been working on last time. Yes. Basically, I did this stuff back here, minus this golden field in the corner. Yes. So what I want to do today is put a fence around this area. because this is a cattle field. You can see there's cattle here. And the people who own the power grid probably wouldn't like it if cattle wandered in here and then got everything full of cow dung.
You never know. You might end up with a superhero if a cow is electrocuted.
Well, you'd end up with a dead superhero, because electrocution is a combination of the words of electric and execution. So
execution, and if you're electrocuted, you're dead.
Yes, electrocuted means.
Well, actually, it depends on how bad you are.
No.
It depends on how bad you're electrocuted, but most likely you'll be dead.
No,
No,
that's actually wrong.
Electrocuted.
The thing is, so the thing is,
okay,
electrocuted
okay.
means execution through electricity. If it doesn't kill you, then you're shocked. Yes.
Or electrified, I presume, would be another good word for that.
Probably. I know that shocked is definitely correct. I'm not sure about other words. Right.
Yeah, right now I'm just working on the NH Valley route, is what I call it. I mean, this is not the Colorado Creek Railroad, which I've worked on the stream. This is a completely separate route. Mr. W, would you like a tour of the route, even though it's not that exciting?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'll start from over here. This is
Hang on, wait, say again? I didn't...
Would you like a tour of my route, even though it's not exciting, like at all?
I think I just like to watch Sharadice's stream.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. It's so good. I'm just asking.
Right, so I'm basically just going to put the fence around it like this.
Why is there just a random baseboard on just out here? What the heck? That's weird. I don't know.
Yeah, you can turn that into a
Trainz.
creepypasta.
You never know what's happening.
I've been getting into those recently. I think one of my favourite ones is every copy of Super Mario 64 is personalised ones. I really do love those.
Well then, if you'd like to, you can say something about those, because I don't know that much about creepypastas. I know a little bit, but not that much.
Well, that's the thing, because the ones, the Super Mario 64 ones, it's sort of like that the footage has been found by the person who's putting it online. And the good thing about it is that it doesn't rely on jump scares or physical horror. It relies, I think, on unsettling the viewer, like making them uncomfortable.
Ah, I see. Also, I'm going to read... Okay, so one thing that I did notice from last time is that I got so carried away with speaking to people with my voice that that reading chat was really excluded from that, and I don't want that to happen again. So I'm going to periodically read chat. So if I'm hopefully going to do it like every 5 minutes, maybe something like that. So when
that would probably.
I remember that when Sharadice was just streaming and just me and him were in the voice chat.
Right.
I think Sweetheart and Slovak were gonna come in.
Okay, so I'm going to read voice chat now. So, not voice chat, text chat now. All right. Do you think you'll put a chain link? Yep. No, it's not a chain. Actually, it's not chain link. No, it is barbed wire. You can see barbed wire. Exactly. Kettles resting in the shade. Yeah, right in the distance where you can't really see it. See him. Yeah. It's so weird that a voice of 14-year-old sounds so different than the voice of a 15-year-old would. To be honest, voices are so different. Sometimes I hear a voice, I think, oh, that's much older, and then it's actually quite a lot younger, like, for example, with you, Slovak Eagle. And in some other cases, I hear a voice, and it sounds older than the actual individual is. Like some people that I knew from drama, for example. Shalace, I've seen a vid on that too. Yeah, true. Meant to tag Mr. W before. Oh, I see. Quick, while she isn't looking. Logging port? Let's see what that is.
What
Ah,
am I
the
doing?
truck
I don't
thing
know.
where the logs are loaded. Yep, voices
What do you
can greatly
think?
vary. 1 second, let me just finish reading chat and then...
Sorry.
Alright, I'm gonna read voice chat now, shall I? Yeah, just about 2020. Okay, now continue, please.
Yeah. What would you say my voice? Do you think it's old or young for me age?
I think you have one of those rare voices that sounds just like the age that you're at.
Really?
I know it may not
Okay.
be very interesting, but that's what I think. Also, what do you think of this connection of the of the
Wait,
wires?
does my voice sound like the age I am, or do I sound
Oh
like...
yeah.
Anthony, I
Yeah.
think your voice sounds a bit younger than 14, I would say. However, I have known other 14-year-olds whose voices sound older than they're actually at, because of my theater experience. Right. So I need a thing to place here. Actually, can I just... Right, that makes it better. If I don't have these connected, then it places a pylon here.
Okay, get rid of that.
Right, so there's a fence around it.
Attach that
So
to it.
now let me place
Why does
some cars. So maybe a...
Oh, yeah, I forgot. I can shift click. Right.
let's see. Maybe one of these ones, a pickup truck. One with a different color. Like this. Oh, actually, I've got an idea. Let's put a reference in here. So, have either of you seen the film Tremors?
I don't think so. It rings a bell, but I might just be thinking of Goosebumps.
Why would you
Sure
think
does.
it...
Let's start. You can finish, Stardust.
Right, so I'm placing this guy up here as a reference to Tremors. So you, who are watching, will know this. Other people, probably not so much, because I don't necessarily want to give him a name, because I don't want it to be too obvious that there's a reference here. But you know what this is a reference to.
I won't guess any names, but are they in chat right now?
Who? The people who will know that it's a reference?
Yeah, the person who knows his reference, are they in chat right now?
No, I mean everybody who's watching the stream will know it because I've just said it. By the way, Tremor...
right.
Yeah, and yeah, so... Yes.
Oh, right, you meant you weren't going to name the specific reference, right?
No, I meant I'm not going to name the object, because if I named the object, like for example here, look, you can see Shwedar on the map here, we can see Elder Sheep, George and Gracie, all of these references, you can see them because of the named objects, and I don't want this object, this Easter egg, this reference, to be that obvious, so I'm not going to name it, the object, that's what I meant. Right, so...
Right.
Oh, sure it is.
Yes?
Sure it is. In your opinion, what do you think the best trees for the route it should be? Like, in your opinion?
The best trees?
Yeah, trees. Because I can't find any that look good.
I would say look for STRMM trees. So ST_RMM. So...
ST_RMM.
Yes.
I only see bushes, so...
Well, there are a lot of them on the download station, a lot of trees as well. Most of the ones that I've used on this route are actually STRMM trees. Right, so... What is next? Oh, right, this is next.
STRMM, okay.
And okay, I'm going to read chat again, so please be quiet for a few moments. Thank you very much.
Silence!
Okay, you got it?
I've seen that too, Shadice. The connections. Shadice, I've seen the Tremors films. I know you have. Shadice, which one of the Tremor viewers? Oh, films. The first one. The references to the first one. Yes, STRMM, like King of Angus, but in chat. Resume the talking.
Okay. Hi.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah. Does anyone know where Sweetar is? I haven't seen him in the stream for a while.
I think he was on. He was on your last stream, Paradise.
Yes,
Oh,
Sweetar.
it was? I didn't see it.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, well, Sweetar is... I think Sweetar is currently busy with Slovak Eagle. Or actually, no, he may not be. Oh, well, here we go. There he is. You have summoned him. Could you actually... Anthony...
Oh, hi, Sweetar.
Anthony...
The wild sweetheart appears. There we go.
Right what I'm
Anthony...
talking about.
Yeah, I know.
Anthony,
I
could
think
you
we're just hiding,
share...
waiting for his name to be mentioned.
Could you share
Hey,
the
sweetheart, how are
spell
you
you
doing?
used to get him to appear?
Yeah, okay.
Because that could be quite useful in the future. Could you tell me what
Right,
spell
yeah.
you used?
I just used a magic spell in my head.
Wait, what?
Isn't
You
like
did
the
what with
summoning
maggots?
spell?
It's like, oh, magical
Isn't-
spell summon Sweetar Gaming right now.
Ah, it worked.
Isn't like the summoning one? Isn't the summoning one in Harry Potter? Isn't that something like Accio or something?
Yeah. So,
I don't know. Although, the thing is, those magic words in Harry Potter are actually just Latin.
Yeah, you've expressed your displeasure. At
Yeah.
Harry
But I don't
Potter
want to.
series
Yeah, but
before.
I don't want to get into that because I don't enjoy expressing my
Displeasure about things.
displeasure about things which I know that other people
What?
find very good. So
Wait.
yes,
That's fair.
unless it's something important, obviously, or unless they want a conversation about that thing, in which case I am more than happy to oblige because
More than
I
happy.
really do like discussions, and it doesn't matter if it's something that either both of us like, or neither of us like, or one of us likes and the other one doesn't, or the other one likes and the other one doesn't.
And so on and so forth.
Yes. Right. So next is.
I know I am muted, by the way, but I'm gonna stay muted for a bit.
Okay, that's fine. Next, I'm going to put grass down here.
Okay.
Right. By the way, Mr. W, I've
Yes?
done, in the last few days, I've actually been able to do quite a bit of work on Tales of Estia, which is the name of the
Yes.
role-playing system I've been writing, yes?
Yes.
And it's coming
I remember the
along...
fiasco with that.
Sorry, what? What did you say?
Oh.
What did you say?
Oh,
Hello, yes. What did you say? I didn't understand.
I remember the fiasco with that. Me
Oh, right.
thinking you were making a new Star Trek system.
Yeah, I didn't understand the word fiasco in that for some reason. Anyway, yeah,
Oh.
so I've been able to get quite a lot of work on that done, actually. So,
I'm looking forward. To it. How
Yes,
sort of
me too.
How sort of traditional fantasy is it?
Well,
How traditional is it?
yeah, one second, let me just see what I'll do next so that I've got something to work on in the background while talking. Right, so I think I'll just continue going for this way. So,
Also, sure. Oh, sorry.
right,
Do you know like when the Milton Valley Railroad will be released?
I do not.
Uh,
I do not, unfortunately. It will be released when it's finished, and not
Okay.
a femtosecond
soon.
before that. Right. So, Mr. W, to answer your question, in terms of world building, it is going to be it is going to have quite a few traditional fantasy elements. So there is going to be magic. There are going to be different humanoid species. However, I'm probably not going to implement a lot of the common fantasy tropes.
Oh,
for
yes.
Like, for example, I will probably have elves, but not the humanized elves that are in Dungeons and Dragons, for example, but the original folklore elves. So the ones that are more like sprites or fairies, little mischievous spirits, that sort of thing. The original mythological elves, that sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm probably going to make it a bit of a low fantasy system. So,
what fantasy system?
Low fantasy. So, yes, magic.
Low fantasy.
Yes, low fantasy. So, magic is definitely going to be a thing, and there are definitely magical beings, gods that actively influence the goings-on. However, it is going to be grounded more in realism. Yes.
Okay.
Oops, I did not mean to do that. Undo that. Right. So what I've been working on for the past few days on it is... and I'll continue that sentence after I've read chat because another 5 minutes have gone.
Hello, 43.
Yes. That is Anthony's secondary count.
Go.
Yes. Right?
Hi, it's me, Hello 43.
Oh, yes.
I know, I'm your favorite.
So let me read chat. Shadows, how about you just name him Reference? That's a good idea, might do that. I was there, yes, says Sweeter Gaming. Hello, Sweeter Gaming. Ah, you have been spotted. I smell that I was the topic. XDDD. XD. All of them, Shadows? Oh, Sweeter. Hoi. Shadows, Latin words? It was Latin, yes. The magical spells were just Latin. Shadows, suggestion. Put a ditch between the dirt road and the plowed fields. A ditch between there. Well, I could do that for irrigation purposes. However, this area does get quite a bit of rainfall. So, not at the moment. Shadows, think twisters. Okay, I'm thinking of twisters, sure. Where they hid while the twister roared past above them. Oh, I see what you mean. Shadows, traditional fantasy tropes? Oh, not. You've already answered it. Just don't do the Japanese elves. I know a bit about Japanese mythology, and there is some weird stuff in there, at least from a Western culture point of view. Yes. It is highly interesting, though. Yes, and hello there. Hello, 43. Today's original elves, so fake creatures and such? Yes. Hello, Anthony. Yes. Which ones are those? Today's my question was if all of the Harry Potter spells are Latin. As far as I know, yes. However, I'm not an expert. I believe that Mr. W, for example, might be better equipped to answer that question. Or just most, yes. Right, so that's me finished reading chat. So, if you'd like to say something, go ahead.
Well, I'm not exactly a Harry Potter nerd. I have watched all the films, and they do sound like Latin. Yeah, I'll say that. I think. Oh.
Right, anyway. Right, getting back to what I was saying before. Well, if you think of something, you can jump in. So, yes, low fantasy opposed to high fantasy. So, in high fantasy, basically, high fantasy basically means that almost every aspect of the world is based in fantasy. Now that is all good and well. I mean, that's interesting. However, I prefer a more realistic experience. So things where, like, where yes, the people are aware of magic, and big cities may have a court wizard or something like that. However, the more common people, it's a bit more restrained. And the thing is that let me see, how can I best put this? The thing is that with my system, I want magic to be more undefined, if that makes sense. I want...
I get what you mean.
Yeah. I want... Because the thing is, in systems like D&D, for example, the magic system is very clear on what is supposed to be possible and exactly what isn't. Like for example, you've got spells like, for example, Alarm, where you need a bit of silver thread, and you can cast the spell. You can put the thread along different in an area, and if a creature enters the area, then you magically hear an alarm bell going off. Yeah? Now, that is great, because I want the magic to be consistent. I want the magic to basically be a force of nature.
Be usable for a role-play game system, first of all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I want it to feel more like a force of nature. Whereas, I mean, although, okay, so is it okay if I get into a bit of D&D lore for this to explain it properly?
I don't care. I've been missing it. So it might just make me a bit homesick. But go ahead.
Okay, so the thing is that Dungeons and Dragons, the world that it comes with, which I think is the Forgotten Realms, actually takes place in a post-apocalyptic world. So the setting is that a long time ago, many thousands of years ago, magic was much more common. There were things were able to be done with magic that in the common era, in the present, in the D&D world, cannot be achieved. Which is why there is so much treasure and so many magic items buried in dungeons. Which is what the players in the game are supposed to go after and find. So you go into a dungeon, which is an ancient construction underground, to find treasures and magic items and to increase your abilities. Now, yeah, that makes sense in the world because, well, someone had to make those items. And in the present day, making those items is so difficult or so expensive that adventurers, people, are willing to risk their lives to go find them, because that is easier than to make new ones. And that makes sense in the context of this post-apocalyptic world, where this magical empire that fell thousands of years ago still has remnants in the forms of these structures. Which is why it makes sense in Dungeons and Dragons to have these very specific spells, because in the lore, in the olden days, when magic was much more common, it was also much more malleable, which is when powerful mages literally made the spells that are being used by players and NPCs in Dungeons and Dragons. They made those. You could just make new spells, which is not really a thing in the present day in D&D, which is why the spells are so very specific and in a lot of cases constrictive. Like, for example, the alarm spell that I used before. You need to use the bit of silver wire, and you need to cast in a very specific way. Who decided that? The answer is the mages from that fallen empire. And in that case, it all makes sense. However, in my world, I want magic to be more...
less defined.
Well, not necessarily less defined, but definitely... Actually, wait a second. Did I... Is this...
Concentration.
Aha. I did not make these 5-meter grid size. That's better.
There we go.
Yeah.
Ow.
So...
I just hit my elbow on my desk and it really hurt.
We can see in your chat thing. See, what I liked about that is that the message came before the voice came.
Yeah. So the thing is that in my system, I still want magic to be defined, but I want the rules of it to be defined, and the players or NPCs to be able to use those rules, those laws, to make magic do what they want. It's kind of the difference between... Okay, so for example, electricity, yeah? There are specific ways in which electricity works, and we understand, we think we understand the rules of how electricity works, and so we can come up with devices which use electricity. Yeah? Someone came up with a light bulb, someone came up with a computer, someone came up with a mobile phone. Those are all things that use electricity because we understand the system. In the D&D world, it's more as if computers and light bulbs were just laying around for thousands of years, and people found them and have found out how to activate them. So do you see what I mean?
I think I get what you mean, yeah.
Yeah, so in my system, I want it to be more like magic is... Well, magic is a thing that if you understand, you can manipulate within the rules of the system.
Of what it can do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I get... I think I get that, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm...
To put it in video game terms, in the Elder Scrolls Oblivion, I'm told that you can make your own spells, whereas in Skyrim you have a set number of spells that you can learn.
Yes, probably. I haven't played those games, I don't know, but probably, yeah. Also, I need to read chat again.
You know what? Yeah, yep.
Remember what you were going to say, please.
I will do, don't you worry.
Okay, so let's see. Shades, so that magic is rare and hard to come by? Yes, magic is... The thing is, in my world, in my system, I don't want magic to necessarily be rare, but I want it to be rare that people know how to use it. Yeah? So, like electricity, for example. For a long time, electricity was something that people were... Or, I don't know, steam power is a better example. Steam power. The ancient Greeks actually invented a rotating steam engine...
Yes!
Thousands of years ago. So steam was known for thousands of years, but it was quite rare that somebody actually... understood it and managed to do something with it. So that's more like it. Yeah, that's more like what I wanted to do. I use 40x magic to float on that ledge. Sure, go right ahead. GM, alright. Roll me 40 d20s. 40 d20s.
Wow.
It is getting too hot in here. I have to open the window a bit more.
Follow Shower on Twitch and subscribe to him on YouTube. I'm just doing what Slovak did. I'm filling in for him.
This time I didn't actually put my headphones off though.
Hey ho.
Right. So XD D&D lore, certainly not. This is a Trainz stream. Just kidding. Would be good would it be good if there was a pre and D system which is set all those thousands of years before D&D start? Is set? Well, the thing is that if you understand the lore, or if you imagine the lore, then you can do it with D&D. You don't need a separate system for that. Unless, well, yeah, you basically just need to ramp magic up to 11, and then you're good to go, essentially. Does Pathfinder also have lore like that? Well, maybe. The thing is, Pathfinder is basically D&D 3.5, but improved upon. So a lot of how the system works is based on the lore and things of Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know if they have their own separate built-in world. I haven't researched that. Including dancing lights? Yeah. Yes, I just hit my elbow on the desk. Oh, it hurts. I'm sorry. I never knew about the D&D lore. Hope the pain will recede soon. Yes. Example device of example device of a device using electricity. The AWS system on British train. Great example. Although that also uses magnets. So do you mean that the characters in the story have to understand the magic, or do you mean the players? Both. If the characters don't understand the magic, then it doesn't matter if the players understand it or not. And if the players don't understand the magic, then it doesn't matter if the characters don't understand it or not.
Yeah, there's something wrong with the system.
Yeah. Shadice.
Or the players, at least.
Hi, Shadice is reading chat. Says, hello, 43. Yay, what hour is it? It's chat read hour. Lol. Is it rare for people to understand the ways of Steam? It is rare for people to understand the ways of Steam. Well, yes. I think it was much more common that people understood how Steam works in the age of the steam locomotive. Because even though a lot of people nowadays obviously still know if you boil water it turns into steam, a lot of other properties aren't that known. For example, exactly how much steam can be compressed, and that steam can be superheated, and that there is such a thing as dry steam as opposed to wet steam, and that whole system. Hey, lol, XD. Shadice, magic lever, notch 9. Aha, yeah. Yes, exactly.
Jedi's butt!
Yes, I will ban it. There's no need to shout. Right. So has that worked? Yes, it has worked. But ban eat. No, I'm not going to ban eating because then everybody would starve to death. Not a good idea, Kango. Nice. So, I mean, unless I wanted to be able to prosecute everybody, because if I banned eating, then everybody would have to break that law in order to live, which means that I would then be able to arrest everybody. So, yeah. Also, if you answer a phone while on stream, make sure to mute yourself.
Sorry.
No, just make sure to mute yourself while you're talking, because I don't want you to accidentally...
No, I'm not. It's not a phone call, it's just a text thing.
Oh, I see. Haha, LMAO. I meant on voice chat. Sure. XD, yes. I support that. Okay. Right, so I think that this is the area where the sugarcane fields are going to begin. So I want to get a little...
Sugarcane.
Yes, I want to get a little test area of sugarcane. So if I search for sugar... By the way, you can resume talking if you want to. I finished reading chat for now.
What's your opinions on dark fantasy, Shadice?
So by that, do you mean... What do you mean? Do you mean kind of grim dark fantasy, or...
Like, I didn't know there was a difference.
No, like, just give you an example.
Like the style of it. I suppose I'm talking about things like Gothic horror, and I suppose Bloodborne and Dark Souls. Like not the games themselves, just that style.
I see what you mean.
Of
Hey, sure, nice. My chair is very comfortable.
Sorry, what, Anthony?
My chair is comfortable, sure nice.
Ah, yes, my chair is definitely
How
comfortable.
about yours? Is yours comfortable?
Yes, it is. So,
I like chairs.
so to answer your question...
Did Shardays mute me? Did Shardays mute me?
No, I didn't. I didn't mute you. I said the chair was comfortable.
Oh, okay.
Right. So...
Shardays, I dare you to add a bot as a friend.
I see.
I dare you to send a bot a friend request.
I would accept that. So, to answer Mr. W's question about Dark Fantasy. So, the thing is that I think stories set in a dark fantasy environment could be very interesting. However, as experiencing dark fantasy, whether this is in the form of a role-playing game or a video game, just doesn't really appeal to me that much. However, I've also not experienced a great deal of it. So, I really don't know that much, well, yet. Do you like it, Mr. W?
I do quite like it. Yeah, there's a certain appeal to it which normal fantasy just doesn't have. I suppose that dark fantasy would come under low fantasy. Sort of the less stereotypical type of fantasy, making it sort of more real in an emotional, well, not an emotional, in more of a conceptual sense.
I see. I think the term low fantasy is shorthand for low magic fantasy.
Oh, right.
If I understand
sort
that
of
correctly.
A more real, sort of real life situations, but set in a fantasy world.
Well, no, because
Yoink.
it describes the world. I'm not sure. I think that low fantasy refers to a world in which fantasy isn't that prominent. Like, for example, let me give you an example. If there is say there's a farmer. If the farmer is using a normal plow or scythe or sickle in their work, then I'd say it's low fantasy. If farmers can afford to have magical floating knife things that are powered by magic to do the farm work for them, then I would say it's high fantasy. Although that's just the way that I perceive it. The definition may be something else, but that's the way I see it.
I really do think that you would like Terry Pratchett's books. I really do think, because they are quite low fantasy, and particularly Raising Steam, which I think I've recommended to you before.
Yes, you have. And I may very well like those.
And they're quite comedic as well.
Great. So I'm just looking for a water thing, because the sugarcane grows in very wet environments. So when they have fields of it, then there are these canals that connect it.
Well, then sure does. I'll be right back.
Sure. What I may
Okay.
end up using is just the normal water. So if I put in some more... Actually, what? Oh, did it crash, or did I accidentally... Oh, it crashed. Hopefully I saved.
Thing is, you're saying that it's crashed, but the stream is still going.
There, yeah, it has crashed. It has crashed. Not the stream, but Trainz itself.
Well, yeah, but I can still see trains moving.
Ah.
The thing. A train's crash.
I'm not sure when I actually saved last.
What would you say that my fantasy one is? High or low fantasy, Shadows? Hello?
Yes, I'm thinking. Actually, no, you can't hear me probably. 1 second. Hello. You should be able to hear me again.
I can hear you now.
Yes, it's because I started Trainz up again. River Trainz,
right.
sure.
Did you hear my question?
I did hear your question. I'm thinking.
Right.
So, by my definition from before, I would say low fantasy. However, you've got...
Hang on, which one you cut out?
Oh, sorry. So, by my definition from before, I would say low fantasy. However... actually, 1 second. Let me just see if I can change... Oh, that's reset. That's annoying. So I should cut out less now. I should cut out a lot less now. Can you still hear me, by the way?
Yep, and
Good.
you just cut out again for a bit.
Right. This is interesting. So, by my definition from before, I would say low fantasy. Because in the story, the thing about the journey, or what do you end up calling it?
The hike.
The hike. Yes, right, the hike. So by the definition, as I said before, I would say low fantasy because there is, well, for one thing, they're hiking. They're not taking a magical portal to get everywhere, and it's that sort of technology, if it even exists in your world, is apparently not either not that common or not that common for for plebeians. So I would say low fantasy. However, on the other side, you are using a lot of the fantasy tropes. Like, for example, you're using elves, you're using dwarfs, gnomes, you're using the ancient civilizations. Halflings. You're using the ancient civilizations thing, which admittedly is not purely a fantasy thing, because in the real world there are countless fallen civilizations. They're probably just not magical. So you're using a lot of those. You're using.
Welcome back.
Yes, welcome back. So you're using the classical evil incarnate guy at the end who is trying to summon an evil god.
Magic. Summon Kangafango as an evil god.
So all of those things.
Wouldn't surprise me.
So all of those things, all of those tropes, do bring it more towards high fantasy, I would say. So if there is such a thing, I would say mid fantasy. But if I had to choose between the two, I would still say low fantasy. I hope that doesn't disappoint you.
No, it doesn't. I just Ango's jokes again.
Let me read chat.
I didn't use any misnomers.
Let me read chat. So, sugarcane, minister of the sugarcane industry in the Milton Plains. Imagine a dark fantasy RP campaign, but with random bursts of comedy and or slapstick every now and then. Farmer, I'm just
That is a good idea, to be fair.
It is. I always do like to put a bit of comedy in things. Farmer, I'm just popping down to the rancher. Me floating spinny knife plow's broken again. Yeah. XD. But yeah. Trainz has crashed. Yes. OBS didn't. Oh, right. Stream delay probs. Yes. Back. Welcome back. Yes. Thank you, Kangavango. No, sorry, Shadows. Be careful with showing your Discord account and settings on stream. You can enable streamer mode, which will cover private things. Yeah. I am private with that. I mean, there wasn't anything private shown there. But thanks for the warning. Hi. Emails, things like that. Oh, good. You didn't use any misnomers. Yeah. Well, come back. Damn you to the abyss. That seems quite sincere. Aw. Am I doing wit? Alright, yeah. Well, you're the best one to know that. Right, I'm just bumped down to the abyss. Should I bring my bag of puns with me, or should I leave them up with you all?
Take them down to the abyss and no, don't you dare leave them with me. Take them down to the abyss and leave them there because that is where they belong.
Oh.
Okay, I'll leave them with you. That is hilarious. Right.
What?
I have no idea.
Oh, my Twitch froze. What the heck?
So,
Twitch froze.
sugar. Let me just redo this bit. Actually, no, let's do the water first. Because I may want the same level of water as here. What are those noises?
That's me.
Looks like you're setting something up.
Please stop those noises,
we know it's you.
if at all possible, because it is quite
Okay.
annoying, I'd say. Thank you very much.
Okay, well, sorry. That's just me being stupid like me.
I wouldn't say stupid, I'd say more a bit annoying. Right, so let's see if, negative...
I'm always annoying.
Unintentionally annoying, I think.
Well,
I'm always annoying.
let's see if...
The water looks really nice in this game.
Yeah,
Yes.
it does. Let's see if negative 5 meters is far too low for this area. Yeah. I don't want the sugarcane, the canal to be that low. So let's see, maybe negative 2 meters. Might be good.
I traveled one block in Minecraft.
So let's see. Oh, did it put it back?
That's just me being me. I'm just being me.
Test.
The guy, yeah.
1, 2, 1,
Hello.
2.
I can hear myself
Hello.
over, I think... Yeah, you're a bit loud, Anthony. You can hear myself over your speaker.
Yeah, that's because I have the mic right next to my face. Okay, I'll pull it away. Is this better?
Yes, it's better. Thank you very much.
Is it better?
So, it is better. So, let me...
Also, if you hear yourself, that's because I'm not using headphones. I'm using speakers. So yeah, if you hear
Yeah,
yourself,
I'm not using headphones either.
Okay, so...
I mean, I have them, but I'm just not using them.
Yeah, this is kind of what I want. Let me...
Hang on. Just to let you know, I can hear an echo in your Discord.
Yeah, that is
Who?
what
I can hear mine as well.
testing. I think it's Anthony's thing. So, Anthony,
Oh, that's right.
uh, before there wasn't this echoing issue. If you could put your speakers and or microphone where they were before, so that we don't have this echo, that would be nice.
This is legitimately where it was, like this entire time.
Well, then have you turned up the volume? Because I can hear myself echoing from you, which didn't happen before.
Oh. I don't know.
Okay, well, let's leave it for now. I mean, it's probably okay. It's probably okay. So, right. Yes. I was talking about something. What was I talking about? I've forgotten.
There was. I think there was some coordinates put in there at some point.
Sorry, some what?
What was it? Some coordinates.
Coordinates?
Negative something or like that. Yeah.
Coordinates.
Or just one half of them. What was it? Or something you were placing, I think.
Coordinates.
Oh, do you mean the
That was
height of
quite
the
a good
water?
British accent.
Do you mean the height of the water?
If that's what it was.
No, I mean, what was I talking about outside of the Trainz route? Because we were talking about something, and I'd forgotten. I've forgotten what we were talking about. We were talking about.
Yeah, dark fantasy, in your
Yeah.
opinion on it. Whether my one was a high or low, and you said it was middle if that was possible, but if you
Yeah.
had to choose, it'd be low.
Yeah.
I've started that sort of dark gothic fantasy one, but I don't think that was in the original conversation.
Oh right, I think I was talking about Tales of Vestia.
I think that did come into the conversation, but I thought you'd finish that one.
I don't think I have. I think
no.
I got sidetracked.
All right. Oh yeah, go on then.
Yeah, but by the way, if this gets too boring, just tell me and we'll talk about something else.
No, go ahead. You know that I'll never turn down talking about fantasy.
Right. So, what I've been working on for the... Sorry, what? What did you say, Anthony?
What?
I dare you to. I know this is very, very, very random, but I dare you to subscribe to Mr. Beast.
Oh, I've heard of him.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that because I don't very much
Why not?
I don't very much like his content.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, yes. So what I've been working on with Tales of Vestia. Yes, what I've been working on with Tales of Vestia for the last couple of days was the basic core mechanics of it. So how are random numbers determined? What makes up a character sheet? That sort of thing. And then yesterday and today, I worked on getting character creation down, which I'm doing as one of the first things for the system, because that means... Because that means...
No, I didn't say anything.
Alright, yeah, because that means that I will have all of the different values that I'm going to be needing to work on, so that I know what I need to work on, basically. So in the character sheet, I've got, for example, I was like, okay, so I'm going with an action points system. Do you know what action points are?
It's presumably like you have a set amount of points per round, and certain actions cost more action points.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Yes. So, let me save actually. Yes, action points. However, I really have no way of determining how much certain action points cost and how much I should give the player, because it's kind of a vicious cycle, because how many action points I give each character per turn will influence how much they can do per turn. However, so I need to know how much the different things cost. However, to determine how much different things cost, I really need to know how much the player has to spend. So it's kind of a vicious circle, if you know what I mean.
Well, the first thing that comes to my head is that you could, like, to start off a battle, you could possibly have players roll maybe a d20 or something, or just roll to see how many action points they have at the start of the round, and then maybe as a free action, if they choose to use it, they could, or as an action to take in a round, rather than attacking or anything, they could roll a dice to see if they gain action points, or whichever thing they hit on the dice, they gain that amount of action points.
That's quite interesting.
It's not very well described, but it's the first thing that came to my head.
I know what you mean. It's quite interesting. Although, if I
might be a bit long-winded, though.
Well, long-winded isn't... Well, to be honest, if you are playing a tabletop role-playing game, then that's kind of what you're in for. So
that's very true.
Yeah, well, one thing with what you proposed is that it would make planning a lot more difficult. Because when players enter a situation, then I think that it's important if... No, not if. That's why my thought got stuck. The word I was looking for is that. I think that it's important that the players know what they're going to be able to do, what their abilities are, to be able to plan ahead and to be able to work together. So if the amount of things they can do per turn is random, yes, that might make it a bit easier to figure out how much things should cost, or it might make it a bit more difficult. Either way, it's easy. Well, not easy, interesting. But I think that it also could come with a lot of trouble. So what I've decided to do is think of how much stuff I would like a player to be able to do in one turn. Yeah? So, for example, an action, doing something, is... I'm not sure if I'm going to split it into major actions and minor actions. I don't know yet. But an action...
Oh, yeah.
An action... I would like a player to be able to do 2 actions per turn. 2 things. Yeah? However, I also want the player to be able to move per turn. Which means that those 2 things are going to use a shared pool of action points. So I'm going to make it so that moving 1 square or 5 feet, and I'm just going to stick with feet, even though the metric system I'm more familiar with, simply because the imperial system is what role players are going to be used to. So moving 1 square, 5 feet, is going to take 1 action point. And performing an action is going to take half of the total. So the way I did it, the way I figured it out is that I thought, okay, how far do I want a character to be able to move per turn? That is going without taking any other actions. Because that needs to be... So the maximum amount of action points that character can...
Hang on, give me a sec.
Yeah, sure.
Yoink. Yoink.
Does this look good?
Now.
Does this look good?
Yeah, I think it looks pretty good. I like it.
I'm back.
Right, back.
Well,
Welcome back.
Yoink.
Strange name, that. Right. Does this look good?
okay.
Do you think this looks good?
Yeah, I like that shirt eyes. What do you...
With it going across the stream.
No, not like that.
I mean
No. I'm going to, of course, cut it off here.
Oh.
But I meant just as the sort of pattern, because there's quite a lot of work to do it across the entire sugarcane plantation. However...
They're meant to be sugar canes.
It is called misc crop sugar. However, it may be sugar beets, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
It's probably sugar beets. In which case, this is all nonsense. Let me read chat, and then I'll continue with the action points thing.
I think it looks fine, by the way.
Yeah, well, I already removed it, because it's probably sugar beets, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Because sugarcane is taller. Sugarcane is much taller. Right.
Yeah, sure it is. I think the field looks pretty good. I like the field.
Thank you very much. I've deleted part of it. Right. Where was I? Right. Alright, I see. Alright, lower them down, please. Slide the bag down the rope. I know, yes. Actually, no, I forgot that the bag and the jokes were unbreakable. Just throw them down. I'm already down here in the abyss, and I can't climb up. The rope seems to have vanished. Sidetracked. don't you mean side railroad tract? Uh-huh.
Railroad tract.
Well, railroad tract. Never mind, I seem to already have my bag of puns with me now. Yes. If you're like this when we come out of lockdown, ... Ah, I see. An insinuated threat. Nah, don't worry. May as well take advantage of it, eh? If the opportunity presents itself. Shadows, you're gonna place the misc crop sugar supply one by one? Wow. I was going to, but then now I'm thinking it's sugar beets.
I gotta go.
Okay, bye.
Yeah.
So, what are you in for? Long-winded explanations in D&D. That is, yeah. Okay, I'll admit that. Yeah, that was a good one. Yes. Thanks. Much obliged.
I stand by my chat.
Trainz, why are you extending the sugarcane plants beyond the field? You have intrigued me. Yeah. You have irrigate.
Isn't that what you do to the plants?
Yes, watering. Irrigation means water. Watering.
Thou hast irrigated me.
Yeah, that's what it's called when you get knocked into a canal.
Yes, and you come up. Thou hast irrigated me. Your hand comes up like the lady of the lake.
Yeah. So the reason why I extended them is so that I could align them correctly so all the spline points were next to each other. I was going to insert new spline points and then remove them. Looks nice, Shadow. Yeah, welcome back. No, don't delete them. I love it. I think it's great. Just change it to sugar beets. No, I want sugar cane. So I'm not going to change it. And that's done and dusted. Sugar cane. Right, see, it's very tall. Right. Juid, yes. No, you haven't irrigated me. Alright, so that's that done. So, let us resume the exciting talk. I want sugarcane. Paradise, end of 2020. Aha. Yes. So, let's...
I want sugarcane, Mom!
Yes. So... Right. So, we were talking... I was talking about the action points thing. So... The way that I... yes. So, I know how far I want a character to be able to travel in one turn. So, because I'm going to use a standard 5-foot grid system, I know that the least amount of movement that is going to be used, at least within the sort of tactical side of things, is going to be 5-foot steps, 5-foot square steps. So I decided, okay, well, let's just make it so that one 5-foot step equals to one action point used. So then I just need to figure out how far I want a character to be able to travel in one turn, and then give the characters that many action points per turn. Yeah, that makes sense, doesn't it? Right, so then I know how many action points the characters are going to have, so then I can make everything else fit around that amount of action points. And that amount ended up being 12. Well, technically it would be 10, but I wanted there to be 12 so that if a character used 2 actions, they'd still have a little bit of movement left. But yes, 12. That's the number I decided on. 12 action points. Do you think that was interesting, or do you think it was a bit boring? And please be honest.
No, it was interesting. I like it. I like there being No, I am being honest. I like there being major action, a minor action, and a move action. I like that concept. I'm sort of imagining a major action would be an actual attack. A minor action would be maybe drink a potion or draw your crossbow ready for your next attack.
Well, yes, that's sort of the way that D&D and Pathfinder do it, where you've got different types of actions, and you have this many of each. Like, for example, in Pathfinder, you can have a standard action and a move action, or you can have 2 move actions. So, but that system doesn't use action points. Action points are more like you do not have these individual types of actions, but rather, well, you do have actions, but you don't have different amounts of different actions, if that makes sense. It's a bit complicated. Now, is this... Does it look better with these splines, or does it look better as just a normal field?
So what are you asking me to compare again?
Does it look better if it's just the field texture like this? I know you're on a delay, so just the field texture like that.
One.
Or to have the splines going over it. What looks better?
I like the lighter one personally.
With so with 3D crops or without?
With, I think.
With. So the left one. Okay, I'll try that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll try that. Let's just read chat
Camera
because...
positioning though, because it just looks...
Okay, haha, right? Hey. No, haha. Sure it is. It'll probably be a while until you see this, but maybe place a human beside the splines you're trying out to see if they're tall enough. Well, I think these ones are tall enough. But good point though. Sure it is. What if the tactical combat occurs on a tightrope? Well, then the GM is going to have to do quite a bit of improvising. Also, last Milton Valley Railroad stream for the year. Yes, that is true. Here's to another 100 hours, you mean? Yeah. Shadace, the dark side of the field doesn't look marvelous, but it being light looks good. Yeah. I think it's worth it. It does take quite a while to do, but once I've done one field, I can just... Actually, I should actually be able to copy and paste this just as we are. I'll try that. Depends on the time of day whether it looks good or not. Yeah, you're right. A bit. Not of the year, of the year. Not... Oh, not for the year, of the year, right. And I did mean streams. Oh, 100 streams. I see. Right. Now that I'm all caught up with chat. And I'm trying to... Oh, right, I need to merge it with the other one because I've accidentally placed things in the session. Anyway. Yes, so, action points. So, yes. That is basic... Oh, right, that is an issue. So the splines count as tracks for the copy and paste tool. And because I've got tracks underneath it, I can't copy them without copying the tracks as well. So I'll have to place them individually, at least for this bit, until I can cut them. Or maybe if I cut them first. Let's try that, actually. Right, so that's basically what I've done with action points. Yes. By the way, could you say something, Mr. W? I'm not sure if you're too quiet at the moment.
1 2 1 2.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
1 2 1 2 1 2.
That's fine. That's fine. Right. So, actually, here's a question. What would you enjoy about a custom role-playing system that is not part of pre-established systems, like, for example, Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder? A thing that you would like to see in a game like that?
Well, I suppose I would quite like it to be a little bit different than normal streams. Sort of have a bit of everything in it. Like, not have it completely fantasy, have it completely sci-fi, so on and so forth. Yeah, I think that's it. I think I'd like it to be easy to pick up as well.
Yes, of course.
What else?
So you're saying that Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder is not easy to pick up?
Pathfinder can be a bit tricky to pick up, in my opinion, at least.
Yeah, that's true.
Because, you know, I always have to ask people for help with making a character.
No, that's absolutely natural. Right, yeah, that is actually interesting. Right. So, let me think. Right, so does this look good?
I would say so, yeah. I'd say that looks good.
Slovak
I'd say
Eagle.
the lighter one does look good, yeah.
Yeah, Slovak Eagle, if you're listening, could you please take a quick look at the field to see if this sort of thing do you think looks good? Obviously, it's not finished yet, but do you think this looks good?
I think the lighter colour one looks better. Come on, here, Slovak, here, boy.
Yeah. By the lighter colour one, what do you mean? That's a weird spline. It does look good.
Weird spline.
But
wait.
Yes.
Oh, come on. You're gonna make my arms ache.
The lighting on it.
But the lighting on it, yeah.
Because it is a 2D spline, so. Do you think so, Slovak Eagle? Do you think it looks better with the spline, or just as a field like this? Could be better. Yeah.
Lighting on it could be better, he says.
Yeah, I know. Do you think it looks better with or without the splines, basically? So, with or without the splines? Is it corn? No, it's sugarcane. It is sugarcane, yes. Or sugarcane, indeed. I've already looked at sugar and... No. I mean, there is this spline, but that has the same lighting issue because it's a 2D spline. Keep it for now. I will look for something better. Okay, well, thank you very much for your input. I'll leave it then, for now at least. I mean, I can always delete it later. Thank you very much. Let me catch up on chat again. So...
Check it.
Or however many it takes you to finish it. Sorry for wishing you another 100. Yeah, because the thing is, the roleplay stream, which I want to do, I'm only able to do after I've finished the Milton Valley Railroad. So the longer this takes, the longer it'll be until we can do that. So, yes. Shadows. The dark... Oh, right, I already read it. Depends on... Yeah. And it did mean streams. What do you enjoy more? This goes everyone. Being caught up with chat or being caught up in chat? This question goes to you too, Mr. W.
Being caught up with chat or being caught up in. I think with is better.
Yes, I think so too. Shared eyes. Maybe if I cut them first. Let's try that actually. Gets out a combine harvester. Yeah, just out of my pocket. You know, like you do. The splines have this really bizarre shine to them. Yes, and then that happened. Drum roll. Yes. Should I maybe try looking for on the list for JVC and sugar? I think I looked for sugar as the keyword. Sugar. And these are the only ones I could find. Sugarcane, yeah. I need to start making lists of what better stuff I can recommend, lol. Well, if you want to. Excuse me, let me catch up to my jacket again. Gets up from chair. Get back here. Just imagining the jacket running away out of the restaurant. Thanks for the replies, Janice. Mr. W. Should I say maybe JVC and Kane? I can look. Nope. JVC and Sugar. Nope, nothing either. Yeah, there just isn't really anything great for this, I think. Or maybe there's just a crop spline, a generic crop spline that might be better. Tomato, no. Test.
Yo, yo, yo.
Yeah, so considering that Anthony's gone at the moment and we are getting some reverb from him, I'm actually going to let's see, can I kick him from the thing at this time? Just because he's not here at the moment.
Thank goodness you added it from the thing at this time.
Yeah. Oh, right, you're back. Good. I was looking into kicking you from the channel for the time being because you weren't here and we're getting some reverb, some echo from you. But now that you're back, that's fine. Oh, okay. That is all fine. So,
what?
It is all fine. It is all fine. Yeah, I think that all of the spline. Well, there is this spline I could use. Just this one.
I'll wait for the chat to catch up.
Stream. Stream for the video.
Thank you.
Yes, Twitch.
Yeah.
I think this one doesn't look better. It's just a block, really.
Okay, I'm for real this time.
Ah, I see. Good. So, well, what would you like to talk about? Both of you.
I'm not sure. I
got some new games recently, I suppose. I suppose that's probably not very interesting.
Well, we can try it.
Nice.
Or we could continue talking about Tales of Vestia if you would like. Or just role-playing in general, because I do really enjoy role-playing in general.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. What kind of, is it like a similar to Pathfinder in that you choose like your race, your class, everything like that?
Ah, that is a very interesting question. I'm glad you asked. No. Proceeds to talk for 5 hours.
Yeah. 5 hours over stream.
No,
Sorry,
it's
my mic
so.
My mic fell. That's what that loud noise.
Yeah, I gathered that, Anthony.
That's what that loud noise.
Yeah, it's fine. It was an accident. So, the thing is, yes, you will be able to choose a species and somewhat of a class, although the class is more social class than gameplay style. Because, like I said in a previous stream, the biggest unique thing, the biggest thing that sets Tales of Vestia apart from other games is that the entire character concept, every character revolves around their skills. So you won't have things like saving throws or attack bonus or things like that. All of the different things will revolve around the skills. So there are 3 types of skills. There are broad skills, which are there are 8 of them. 8 broad skills, which, let me see if I can actually remember all of those. There are actually, one second, I should have them here somewhere. Is that still open? 1 second, let me just see if I can open Is that the right one? Yes, here we go. So there are arts, body, crafts, literacy, magic, mind, social, and survival. So those are the 8 broad skills. Those are set. They are not... those 8 skills are set. They cannot be added to during the game. Then there are professional skills. So these are more groups of skills. So for example, if you're a smithy, if your character is a smithy as an occupation, then you would put smithy or blacksmith or something like that as a professional skill you have. The third type are specialized skills. So these are things. Bye. If you still hear that. So specialized skills are things like, for example, bookkeeping. Yeah, bookkeeping is a specialized skill, or weaponsmithing, or things like that. More specific things. The way these are used is, if you want to make a skill check, if you want to do something, then you need to choose one of each. You need to choose a broad skill you're using, a professional skill, and a specialized skill. You add those together, you add that to the roll, and if the combined total is greater than a target number the GM set, then you succeed. If not, then you fail. Yeah? The special part is that professional skills and specialized skills are dynamic. They will be added to on the fly. So if your character does something they've never done before, like for example, if your character is normally, let's see, someone who cleans the streets of horse manure, yeah? If that is your character's profession.
Lovely.
Yeah. Well, that's a thing that actually a large portion of people who lived in cities actually did to earn money in medieval times. So, if that is your general profession, but then in one of your adventures, you have to... You're going to try to repair a broken sword, maybe. Then your character won't have any skills that they can use for that. So you just add them. You gain a new skill called smithing at level 0. And as you use the skills, you gain experience in them. So that is the special part. Your characters will automatically evolve depending on what you do with them. In systems like Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder, your characters, the skills you have, I mean, some GMs may rule this otherwise, but generally, and from my experience, when you level up, you earn experience through completing quests, killing monsters. Some GMs reward experience for roleplay as well. You earn that experience. When you've leveled up, then you can put a certain number of points in a predefined list of skills, most of which are quite adventuring focused. Because Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder are very adventure-focused games. The characters are built for adventures. They're not built to be normal people. Like, for example, if your characters decide to drop adventuring in Pathfinder or D&D, then what would you actually use that's on your character sheet? You wouldn't really use your weapons. You wouldn't use your feats, because the feats are mainly used in conjunction with fighting. So you'd use you'd use your skills. And what skills would you really use? You'd have to get a job. You'd have to get a job. There is a profession skill. So okay, you get a profession. then what do you do with it? Well, you just roll a die to see how much money you
again
earn.
and again and again. Oh, God.
Yeah, you roll a die depending on what your profession is and how large the settlement is that you're in. You earn X amount of money per time period. Yeah?
Mm.
And they just keep on doing that over and over and over again, and you don't get any better at it because you don't earn experience by doing that. So in D&D and Pathfinder, if you want your character to have a profession and to roleplay that character, then they'll never get any better at it because you won't gain experience from it, so you don't earn skill points, so you can't improve that skill.
Mm.
Which is the main reason.
It sounds like it's on.
No, go ahead.
It sounds like it's going to be far less combat based. Or one.
Depends entirely on the GM. That depends entirely on the GM. So.
Well, I think you need to be the GM on the first time. So.
Yes, I will be. However, another vital thing is that other people GM the game as well, because that will give me vital.
And learn it.
Yes, because I need to see what other people who are supposed. Okay, so because the thing is, I need to know what people who have bought the game, who don't have me to run the game for them, will do.
Mm.
If they read the book, I need to know what things they understand well, what things they get hung up on, what things they forget, what things confuse them, and how the game flows. I need to know these things. So when we do get to do it, yes, I will run the first game. However, someone else will need to run a game as well. However, that is still a long way off. So, yes, that is... So, I guess the biggest difference between the concept of Tales of Vestia and other games is that in Tales of Vestia, I aim to have a system that makes people in that world, like just ordinary people, not a system that is aimed at adventuring necessarily, but a system that just supports people. If the people decide to go adventuring, then yes, the system will adapt the characters to be more suited towards adventuring. However, if someone wanted to just experience the world, immerse themselves in the world, and just have a mostly ordinary life, maybe even delve into politics or do things like that, then the system will also support that because your character grows dynamically depending on what you do with them. Do you have thoughts on that? Or just in general?
I'm really excited to play it, yeah, and it sounds... I like the sound of it because it's different to what we're sort of used to as a group.
Yes, well, that's very nice to hear. That is very nice to hear. Wait, is this the correct texture? One second, I need to find the other texture. Then I'll continue. Actually, then I'll read chat and then... Is this the right one?
Oh, yeah.
No, I think it is it? It is the right one. It is the right one. Good. Then let me read chat. And then we can continue our chat. So... Alright, well, was worth a shot, yes. Test successful, Jaradice. Cornfield spline. Jaradice, maybe if you intentionally left gaps in the splines. No, wouldn't look good. So that it looks more planted in? No. No, go ahead. I am. I know what you meant, Miss Uppy. I'm fine with either. Jaradice, so if in Tales of Vestia your character stumbles over a twig and they've got a high score in body, they'll do a double somersault and land right side up on their feet again?
There's the potential for that. It's a very, in Pathfinder terms, it's a very monk thing to do.
Yeah, so the thing is that this is where it gets interesting, because the players are going to be able to recommend or suggest skill combinations, and they will have to try to rationalize those to the GM. So, for example, if a player, in that example, if a player stumbles over a twig while running away from a mad rat, then, yes, the GM might say, okay, give me a roll to see if you catch yourself. Then the player might look at their skills and might say, okay, buddy fits that, so I'm going to use buddy and what professional skill. Well, I don't have anything, so, okay, I'm going to add a new professional skill called athlete at level 0, 0 XP, and what specialized skill? Well, running, maybe. Yeah? So then you, or, instead of body, you may use arts, because you may rationalize it as, well, my character was in a circus for some time, and or maybe just performing arts, and that's why I'm quite agile, because I'm used to performing arts. I'm actually going to use arts and athlete, or arts and theatrics, and that sort of thing. Yeah? So I'm going for a quite organic approach to it.
Yes, it seems to be a lot freer than D&D. And I've actually seen a roleplay thing like that, where if you can rationalize it, they let you do it.
Yeah, well, I know that there are some systems who work like that. I mean, Star Trek Adventures, a lot of the time works like that. But yeah, I haven't played any fantasy game that does it like this, or similar to this.
Neither have I.
So let me continue reading chat. Okay. Trainz, will Cooper also be an available occupation? I think it would be nice, and if it's the main purpose, and if its main purpose would be to spread the knowledge of the Cooper name's origin. Aha. Well, that depends. Okay,
is it an inside joke of some sort?
No, Cooper. You know the last name Cooper?
Oh yes.
Well, a Cooper is actually the name of a profession of a barrel maker. It has to do with the Latin word for barrel.
Really?
Yeah. So, like someone called Smith. If someone's last name is Smith, then that's actually just the name of an occupation, and it's the same thing with Cooper. Yeah. Not a lot of people know that. So Kango Fango said that its purpose is to spread the knowledge of what the name Cooper means, which is the joke. Yeah, but the thing is, that will be up to the GM, because occupation skills, so professional skills and specialized skills, are made up on the fly. If you do something that you need a skill for that you don't have, then you put it on the character sheet and then you have it. You won't be very good at it, but if you use it more, then you will improve it. Right. Clean the streets of horse manure. Wouldn't want to live in a city with that name. Oh, so... cleans street... Alright, cleans the streets of horse manure. Oh, that makes so much more sense.
Oh!
Ah, yes. So Trainz, imagine that if your character did street theater performance, and the player would improvise and act out the entire 1 hour and 12-minute performance on the fly. Do you think the character would get XP from that? Yes. And depending on the GM, the character may get more experience from that. However, that would be unfair to the other players who are not so in character, but whose characters in the story do the same amount of stuff with their skills. So it depends on the situation. From the GM, yes. If the GM said, nah, I don't give out XP for role-playing, that would just be mean. Yeesh, Trainz, have the GM switch every 10 minutes. That is a very interesting idea, one which I have thought of previously. So you have a game, and every 10 minutes, the next player becomes GM and can influence the story for the next 10 minutes. Although then I suppose they could just say, okay, Well, there is a treasure hoard which contains a plus 25 sword of flaming and deification, and it is bound to only work for the character of John, which is their own character. So then in 10 minutes, they switch back to the character and then say, "Oh wow, look at this sword I found, which only works for me. What a coincidence." So I suppose if you did do that, you would have to have quite a few gentleman's rules, if that makes sense. What do you think about that, Mr. W? I know I haven't finished reading chat, but I don't want to forget this point.
What about a GM swap thing?
Yes.
It would be fun, certainly. I just imagine each GM trying to make the players go on the path that they want the system to go in. That would be quite fun.
Yeah, I agree. We'll have to try that sometime. Right, so this is basically a cornfield, mostly done. Mostly. Not cornfield, sugarcane field. I misspoke. Now, yes, I'll put grass on the edges there, which will make it look a lot, but actually I'll put that on now, and then I'll continue reading chat. Right, this one. Nope, not that one. Not the power lines. Do not want to put power lines right there. Although I will need to have them continue in some way, so that is a thing I do need to keep in mind. Right, so... If I just did it sort of like this, what would this look like? I'm just putting this down very quickly. What would that look like? Yeah, I think that looks good. What do you think? You can look at it. You can wait for the chat, for the video to catch up while I'm reading chat. Player, can I use candy cane to flap up to the ledge there? GM1, no, that's ridiculous, and your character would probably die trying. Player, okay. GM switches. Player, can I use candy cane to flap up to that ledge over there? GM5, sure, give me a buddy check. Exactly. Just keep trying until one of them says yes.
Yeah.
Ah, sod it, I'll just give you a +10 bonus to make sure you succeed. GM5 smiles. Player, yay! Yeah, the character doesn't even stumble over a root or something. The character stumbles over a twig. A twig, I tell you! Trainz, would one skill you'd come up on the fly be train-engineering? Train-engineering. I suppose that means train engineering?
It actually sounds like a train simulation game.
It does. As for coming up with it on the fly, maybe, if it's something that comes up, something the player does. Oh, I was just joshing around with a gem swap. Trainz, sword of flaming what? Sword of flaming deification.
Now, that could go in a couple of directions.
Yeah. I said sword of flaming deification. Something cation? Yeah. Oh, so it is a cornfield. Oh, you misspoke. Oh, yes. Looks great. Referring to Trainz. What you've built in Trainz, rather.
Flaming cardboard.
What? Sword of flaming cardboard? That sounds very dangerous to the one who's holding it.
Yeah, exactly. Sword of flaming wax. Oh, blimey.
Yeah. Well, that's just a big candle, though, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you open the magical treasure chest, you open inside and there, and as you can just imagine the player's smile getting bigger and bigger as the GM describes. It's like you look inside and there you see a sword. It is a sword of flaming, and the player's grin just gets to the maximum. Cardboard. and then the player is confused,
and just storm out of the room.
or the player is just confused and says, "A sword of flaming what?" And then the GM says, "Well, you better put it out, otherwise it's going to be completely burned to ashes. It's cardboard and it's on fire."
That reminds me of Magic Missile.
Ah,
Fun you had with that. I remember being kept unconscious
that
by multiple magic missiles shaped of dogs, I think.
yeah, that was not my doing. That was the player's doing, and
I ended up winning that.
yes,
campaign.
yeah, you did get the best outcome. And that was not me manipulating the story so that you would get it. It was literally just a logical consequence of the things you did. That was
And even
great.
even the things the other people did.
Yeah, and I remember
Me
you
being
won.
knocked out.
Exactly. The thing is, because you got knocked out, you couldn't try to escape with the others, and because of that, you didn't get killed by the new Crown's Guard. So you were just.
I was saved by the. Were they bandits or?
Yeah, you were.
Quinn is a lot.
You were taken up by the bandits, and you became bandit leader. Actually. Anyway, yeah, train engineering, Shadice. Oh, deification. Good. Almost
What
misread
was
that.
that?
The thing is, when you wrote deification, I almost misread that as defecation.
Oh,
It looks so similar.
can you imagine the state? That would probably be just as effective though.
Okay, here's the thing. Okay, okay. So you're playing a nobleman, right? A nobleman who's been outcast.
Oh, yes.
You're playing a nobleman who's been outcast and who's now banded up with adventurers to try to reclaim his comfortable life of pleasures as a nobleman. Yes, and you're very, very posh, very pretentious, and you go into a dungeon. You get a legendary sword. I mean, this is a +6 sword. Yeah, a +6 sword, which would make getting your position back so much easier. But you're very posh and used to a life of comfort and pleasure, and this is a sword of defecation. Would you use it?
To make what would it be? Like a will check to see that you don't throw up?
Probably, yes. Probably.
What is it? Or maybe a fortitude? What's a fortitude? Is it fortitude? Is another one?
Well, I guess. I think fortitude would be more like whether you get the reflex to throw up, and will check would be more like, can you mentally stop yourself from throwing up? I think that would be the difference.
Reflex to flow up. Flow up. Oh dear. See, flow up sounds like a euphemism for upchuck, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It does. All right. Need to read more. After all, I want a better literacy score. So, good. Ha ha ha. Quick, get the water bucket, or our sword will be no more. Yes, GM. And the 2 minutes are up. You didn't succeed in pouring water on the flaming sword of cardboard, and it has burned to mere ashes. 4 seconds passed, and it turns out that the cardboard was just a magic coating. A cloak, if you will.
Hey.
It now reveals itself to be made out of wax instead. But it's still on fire. Well, it'd be a puddle then, wouldn't it? A puddle of wax. Will save? I think he will, yes. Better literacy is square. Brilliant. Right. So I think that with quite a bit more work, this could actually look quite good. This sort of type of field thing, the way I've decided to make this. Although actually, let's just connect these two and make this one straightened. That would be better. Right. Or left. I'm not sure. So.
Enter.
Score. Ding ding. No, can't be. It's just been 1 hour, right? Right?
Right.
No, it hasn't. It's been 2 hours. It has been 2 hours. How can it have been 2 hours already? Mr. W?
I know.
It doesn't feel like it. It really doesn't feel like it.
I know. Do you think you'll be doing this with all your streams or just a few of them? Or or a specific game that you play?
I think I'll probably do the voice chat with only some of them, because basically with the ones that I can talk while I'm doing stuff, and I don't really need to talk that much about what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like for example with Trainz.
Like this one and your one.
Well, with Trainz it's great. With Trainz it works great. With Trainz Simulator probably as well, but with Unity, with game development, I don't think so, because it takes quite a lot of thinking and typing stuff out, and
that's true.
talking while doing that, we just wouldn't get anything done. Roller Coaster Tycoon, maybe. I'm not sure. Potentially, yes. Right. So let me just quickly finish putting grass along here.
Kango, I think someone casted magical time speed up. That energy drink that they don't talk about anymore, because of that incident in the 70s, which we shall not mention. No, that one involving dark gods and an outrageous amount of slime.
Ah, that one, yeah. I remember it well. Those were the dark days.
Yes, they were indeed.
I can't wait to get to role-playing again. Like, I mean, without a lot of... Because the thing is that I do role-playing on Wednesdays for the Youth Trust. Yes? However, with that, there are so many technical issues. People not being able to hear other people, so we've had to use the chat to type in everything, which then slows everything down so much to a crawl, basically. And then having to explain the user interface of Roll20, which isn't great, especially because there are a lot of issues with it. Like, for example, that sometimes the controls don't really work. And
well, didn't the... Oh, go on.
What?
Go
me.
on. I didn't realize you hadn't finished.
Oh, right. Yeah, so there are so many issues with it, and especially since those the players there are still quite new to how this works. We're playing Pathfinder, by the way. Still quite new to it.
Yeah.
So everything takes so incredibly long, and I'm just so looking forward to playing role-playing with people where it actually works properly and who know what they're doing, at least somewhat. Because even though it's a lot of fun to explain to people how the game works and to watch them experience basically the new role-playing experience for them, to watch them do that, it is very rewarding, and I do have a lot of fun doing those sessions. Yes. But I'm really looking forward.
Didn't our sort of leader say that we'll probably be starting new role plays in the new year on Roll20?
Yes, we will. We will. and he did want to live stream it as well. However, some people may not be okay with that, which means that it's more likely not to happen. However, my roleplay thing will be live streamed.
Oh yeah, of course we're doing 2. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I'll be doing 3.
Oh yes.
Hopefully I'll not get the names confused again. Right, so let me read chat, and then, well, I'll end the stream.
Yeah, will we be doing your system when you finish the Milton Valley Railroad?
Yes, that is the plan. The plan is to have the live streams, the roleplay live streams, at least in the beginning, as a playtesting for it. Because because on the one hand, it is a great opportunity because not only are the people who I'm playing with there, but also chat is there. So someone in chat may recognize that there's maybe an issue with something or a loophole that can be exploited, or that something is confusing. So there's a bigger audience, which is great. And secondly, well, it's free publicity for it. If I've already got a series of videos of playing it, gameplay videos, then that is something that that's not only something that I can link to on the store page or things like that, but it's also something that other people who found my channel from other things, like for example Trainz, can then find my role-playing system via it. So, yes.
What platform will you be streaming on? This one?
Yes, Twitch.
Or
I'm going to stream on Twitch.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize Twitch would let you do that. I thought it was exclusively a video game thing.
No, it's not exclusively video game. You can stream all sorts of stuff on it as long as it's PG. So you can stream arts or just talking or things like that. So yes, it works.
Blimey.
Yeah.
Well, Kango said that you've had sketched art for your system. I would like an email of that if you could.
What?
If you wouldn't mind.
Sorry, what? Are you cut out?
I would like an email of that sketched art.
Ah.
If you wouldn't mind, please.
Aha. Well, let's see what I can do.
Thank you.
Right. No. All right. So, right. No, it can't be 2 hours. What? I think someone cast magical time speed up. Chalets, with coding in Unity, yes, you're right. But if you're just playing around with particle systems or maybe modeling stuff in Blender, I think it might work. Well, maybe.
And we'd have to switch on and off again.
Yeah, maybe. Those times are unmentionable to innocent, mild minds. Perhaps when you're older, young one. All right, oh wise W. I understand, XD. Shut Eyes, make that the subtitle, Tales of Vestia, a fresh take on role-playing. No, that sounds too pretentious.
Yeah, it is a bit.
Well, if I were to read that, I'd be my reaction to it be, oh no, that I want to stay as far away from that as possible. Like it's like, oh, another fresh take on role playing, yeah, and then nah, that's no. Absolutely love the sketched art from Tales of Vestia, Shadais. Great work on it all. Thank you very much. Although some of those sketches I've unfortunately sketched a bit too small, so if I scale them up in the PDF, then they're quite blurry, so I may need to touch them up in Photoshop or redraw them.
Maybe take a screenshot of it and then maybe send me the screenshot.
No, I can.
Of whatever platform.
No, I can send you the stuff. That's fine. I can send you it.
Okay.
People also stream IRL, vlogging, drawing things, etc. Yes. Well, great work to you on 99% of the art. I think someone else has drawn one sketch, so a small percentage of the credit goes to them. Yes, someone, Kango, has drawn one sketch. Yeah, you're right. The subtitle isn't that good. RP, but not what you were thinking. That could have some...
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, RP, but
Oh
not
dear.
that could
Oh
have.
dear. Oh dear.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, sorry about that. Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's funny. It's funny.
Oh. You did.
Haha, I love how
Hopefully my
you
next one's better.
I love how you immediately got what I was getting at, even without me having to finish
Yes.
the sentence. Blech. But not as you know it. All right.
That's
Well,
better.
yes,
I hope. Slightly-ish.
it is better.
I don't know.
It is better slightly-ish. Yes, indeed. So, with that, it has been a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed myself today. I'm not sure how much I got done. Basically one field. but I did get the template sort of done for what I want the other fields to look like, which will make the rest of the fields a lot faster. The same with the trees, when I started making the tree boundaries between fields. So, slightish, yeah.
Yeah.
Or sly-tish, which tish is a German for table. So a sly table, that could also be interesting.
Oh.
So, yes, shoutouts. Kangafango, he streams OMZ2 map development, Trainz map development. Also, he did stream American Truck Simulator, Exploring Colorado, then he switched to Extreme Trucker, and he might also do some American Truck Simulator with the winter mod, which looks quite good. Yes. Shalace, you've done a lot. I mean, if I tried doing an entire sugar field in just 2 hours, I don't think I would have succeeded, being completely honest. Yeah, well, I only made a virtual one, so that helps.
Yeah.
Yes, also Slovak Eagle, you're on stage. It's calling Slovak Eagle, this is your 2-minute call.
Stage call.
Actually, no, scratch that. I've been informed you're supposed to have already been on stage for 2 minutes. This is your over 2-minute call.
He's still in users in chat by the looks of it.
Yeah, he's probably just listening. Like he said he would listen to the stream while.
Yes, but you
working and stuff.
deliberately caught. Yes, but you. There he is.
It's Twitch delay.
Yes.
You know, Slovak Eagle, you remind me of a mouse or a vole who's disappeared in its den, and as soon as you call its name, it kind of pokes its little head out of the hole and just looks around left, right. Oh, someone called my name. Looks around.
Just imagine that I imagine that was just with an eagle head. Well,
that's interesting. Yeah.
That's a vulture, isn't it? Slovak vole.
Oh, yeah.
So shout yourself out, Slovak.
I'll do it for now. I'll do it. So, yes, Slovak Eagle. Yes, he streams Trainz, map development, driving games, Transport Fever 2, that sort of stuff, when his internet holds out. And him and a few other people, including Swedar and the Branded K, are part of the Central Europe development team. Central Europe is a huge Trainz map which simulates a large part of Central Europe, scaled down, obviously, so they can cover more countries.
And Slovak doesn't actually have a schedule as such, does he?
Yeah, not really. He used to have one, but at the moment he just streams when his internet works, basically.
His internet decided to go bye-bye, so he doesn't have a schedule anymore.
Yes. His internet went bye-bye and it took the schedule with him. Also, that surprised me. Did you just pronounce it as schedule?
Schedule, yeah.
Well, schedule is the American pronunciation of it. The British pronunciation is schedule.
Yeah, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, I suppose that's really the best reaction.
I've pronounced it anti before, just because I think it sounds better.
Yeah, it does. It does sound good. So, where were we? Yeah, true. Thanks for shout out. Stage call. Actors are improvising now until you come on. Oh no. Actors are improvising. How could this possibly... Wait. They're cheering. The audience love it. No. Don't go on stage. Continue the improvising.
Don't go on stage. Get off the stage. You'll only make it worse.
Hurry. Nah, I'm testing stuff. Peekaboo. Yes. Did Slovak Eagle did stream yesterday? Black. His internet went bye-bye and the problems went high. Ah, yes, I know. How did that song go? How'd it go? I forget the lyrics to it. Something about bye bye, we're shouting hurrah. Cares fly by, they're saying bye bye, we're shouting hurrah. That
one.
Yeah. Well, hopefully it'll get better soon. Yeah, my schedule isn't. Yesn't.
Yesn't.
Yeah. Wait, Mr. W, I've pronounced schedule as anti before? Wait, you've pronounced schedule as anti before. What? That doesn't make sense. Though I'm trying for Monday and Wednesday. Interesting. Nice. May as well end as we begun, right? Sure. Sure days. I'm grabbing my hat and coat. Yes. I'm grabbing my hat and coat. Quick, call me a ferry boat. Getting out of town. Cares fly by, they're going bye-bye. We're shouting hurrah. Oh, that was fun. Anyway. Yeah, I'm leaving the cat note exactly. Wing spreading, because we're heading to Hacha. Exactly. Hacha. Very, very well-known city in Mexico. Anyway. Yes. We've gone over time. Only slightly. Only
15 minutes.
16 minutes.
Sorry. Yeah. It'll be 17.
Yeah. And if we keep talking like this, it'll be 21.
Yep.
Right. Anyway. This has been prolonged long enough, the ending.
Yes.
The time just flew by. Honestly, I had no idea. It had already been that long. Oh, and yes, thanks for shout out. No worries. No worries. Hey, Iceman, don't need your eyes?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Okay.
Eyes don't need your eyes?
Let us go to bed.
I did enjoy listening. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed. I'm happy to provide that humble service. Anyway, with that...
Surprised you put up with my voice for 2 hours.
Yeah. The classic British self-deprecating humor there. At its
But of course.
It's not at its finest, because then it wouldn't be self-deprecating enough. So it's probably as its semi-finest, I'd say.
I should just need to insult myself flat out. It will be my finest work.
Imagine.
Insult myself with words that I dare not say on stream.
Anyway. So the way this will work is I'm going to end the stream, and yeah, then afterwards we can leave the voice chat, and then, well, that'll be that. So thank you very much for joining me on stream. It's been lovely. So with that, this stream will be archived on YouTube, and bye everybody who's watching. Mr. W, say bye.
Bye, Twitch.